Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel, and by the video title you know what this video is about. Week 4 Steelers review. I usually do it, of course, voiceover style, but since we lost, I gotta kind of do some different things. I want to switch it up a little bit here and there. Sometimes do voiceover, sometimes do, you know, the camera on like that style. Just mix it up a little bit. We're starting off first, of course, with the stats. As you guys know, the Steelers fell short yesterday. They had a comeback and tried to come back, but they came back. They have a comeback. They came back, but fell short in the end of the comeback victory, 24-27 to the Indianapolis Colts. Shout out to the Colts. They went out there and handled business. They started off strong, and they finished off strong as well at that. They came in and scored 14 points in the first quarter, and the Steelers was just trailing ever since then, trying to find a way to get back in there and get momentum. You know, mishaps that happened, but we're going to dive into more of that. Let me break down, of course, the team stats. Okay, team stats. Look at the stats right here. Total yards, of course. The Steelers had 404 total yards, which was more yards, of course, than the Colts. They also had 282 passing yards as well, which was more than the Colts. 122 rushing yards, 5.9 yards per play, 23 first downs. They had more first downs than the Colts. They were 6 of 13 on third down, which is not too bad, not too good either, but no, not too bad. The Colts was 8 for 15, and then we all was 0 for 2 on fourth down. 68 total plays, sacked 4 times, 3 punts. You know, penalty yards, we had 6 penalties for 53 yards, and some of those penalties came back to hurt us. And 2 fumble losses, we had 31 minutes of possession. So we kind of beat them in some statistical stats, and maybe that's because we were playing behind and we had to throw the ball a lot more, a little bit in a sense. But at one point in the game, it did get competitive, you know, when we kind of got it down to one score game twice. Actually 3 times after those 3 straight touchdown drives by Justin Fields, led those drives to the 2 rushing touchdowns. And they also, I think the first one was 56 yards, and the second one was 70 yards, and the third one was 70 yards as well. 3 straight touchdown drives was very good to get them back in play. But let's break down some of the player stats a little bit for us. Justin Fields, like I mentioned, was playing pretty good football, very good football. He was on 22 of 34, 312 passing yards, 1 touchdown, had 104 passer rating. He also rushed 10 times for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns. We also seen Cordarrelle Patterson 6 for 43. He was doing a very good job before he got concussed and injured and not at the game. Najee Harris couldn't get anything going. 13 carries for 19 yards. We also seen, of course, Champlin, who got a handoff here and there. He had 5 yards on 1 carry. You know, he had to come in the game because of the injuries to our running back room. Look at George Pickens' numbers: 7 catches for 113 yards. I didn't even realize he had 113 that game. 16 yards per catch. 5 for 57 for Pat Freiermuth and a touchdown. His first touchdown in 12 games. So that was very good. 3 catches for 54 yards for Najee. And we hit that big old screen run. They got down the field like that, get us in scoring position. Darnell Washington, 2 catches for 31 yards. Van Jefferson, 2 for 21. Cordarrelle Patterson, 2 for 19. And Kevin Austin caught 1 for 17. So that's some of the stats for offense. And overall, the offense did a solid job in the end, but you got to play awful quarters. You can't start off slow like that in the first quarter, not be able to muster anything, and then only get 3 points in the first half. And then the second half, you flip the script and you got 21 points in the second half, but you can't really do that. You're not going to win like that, especially when you miss opportunities. George Pickens, remember the fumble that happened like that as well on the sideline, that come back to bite you. That could have been, even if you didn't score a touchdown, that could have been 3 points guaranteed. You only lost the game by 3. Justin Fields fumbling, of course, knocked us out of field goal range as well. That right there could have been 3 points as well, but we know Boswell's a very good kicker. So that's 6 points you could have had, and you lost the game by 3. So some of those plays start to stack up and start to add up. And you're like, hold on, we actually could have won this game if we took those right there and this spot right there. And I know people was talking about Coach Tomlin saying that he didn't go for the kick, that 60+ yard field goal, but you know, it's a deep field goal. He didn't really have to go for that right there. I thought he was trying to attempt it and see what happens, but he didn't want to risk anything right there. But we have the opportunities in the game to try to make plays and stuff. We just missed out on the opportunity. Let's move on to the other part, of course, the defense. Deshaun Elliott, 8 tackles. Minka has 6 tackles. Ogunjobi, Peyton Wilson, you see the numbers and stuff like that. JPJ had that pass breakup. It should have been an interception in the end zone. That right there would have been a game changer. He got that interception in the end zone, but the pass breakup, he kind of missed and dropped the ball. And also, we've seen George Pickens drop the touchdown as well. Now, we end up scoring as well on that, but sometimes you start to look around and be like, that stuff right there cannot happen, because what if we didn't score on that? So there's a lot of different things that kind of occur. Start sequencing up a little small things that kind of hurt your team. So the defense did an all right job. Benny Bishop, of course, getting he get the blitz in. They gave him a half sack for that. I thought it was a full sack for him. Cam Hayward getting a sack, of course. Herbig, I thought he had a sack too, because I guess they counted it for Hayward when he came in. Ogunjobi getting a half sack as well. TJ Watt did not have a sack on this game, of course. He was getting double teamed a lot, and it was easy for them to double team, chip him over there, triple team, do what you want to do, because other guys on the other side wasn't doing too much. Herbig did not do a lot. In the end, he makes a few plays here and there to like get the pass rush in, but he didn't really wasn't consistent enough to do a lot. So it was like, I can just double team, because he's not doing that no there. The other guy's not really doing too much. TJ Watt is the only threat we're thinking about. We can double team, triple team him, and by the time he try to get through that, we gotta get the ball out. So that's why one thing the fans kept saying like to trade Alex Highsmith. Do not trade Alex Highsmith. You see what he does in our rushing defense, and you see what happened yesterday, him being missing from that spot. It opened up a lot. We've seen that Justin Taylor ran a lot on that side. Sermon ran a lot on that side. Anthony Richardson, he had that big RPO. They ran a lot on that side like that too as well. Alex Highsmith does a good job in holding that side and playing good in the run game. So that right there comes back to say, oh, this is the importance of him and why he's so good as well, and why he got paid the big bucks. Because not only does he pass rush at a good rate, he also played great on run defense as well. So that was definitely missed last game. So hopefully we step up and get better in that aspect, because we got to play some teams coming up who want to run the football, want to do some things. The Cowboys don't really want to run as much because their rushing attack is ranked last in the league, but they still will try to. They can. We have to see. Boswell, he only had one field goal attempt for the 50-yard field goal, one field goal attempt right there, and I know he had some extra points and stuff. Waitman did a pretty good job too as well, punting, doing his thing. He was doing a pretty solid job. And Kevin Austin, they had a nice punt return. I thought he was going to take it to the house. He kind of cut back in. He should probably stay on the outside. He cut back in and got caught with a tackle. But overall, there was some spots here and there that did good, like the offensive side, some different players that did good, and defensive side as well. But overall, as a collective, it's not good enough like that. So I'm going to give them, of course, on offense, I'm going to give the offense grade, I'm going to give them a B-, just because Justin Fields' performance. Justin Fields, I'm gonna give him an A-. He did a good job. I know he hit the one turnover. He did a good job in keeping that team in. He was playing some good football right there. That right there is primetime football, and like playmaker level football. He was the game manager the first few games of the season, but seeing him go out there like last game, and also seeing him in this game as well, went out there and actually try to put the team on his back and go win it. That shows you he can be a playmaker in this league, and he can do it at a high level without turning the ball over a lot. I know he hit that one fumble like that, trying to do a little bit too much, but overall, still good performance. Now the rest of the offense, I know George Pickens had 120 yards, but he did fumble and stuff in a crucial situation. I think overall I'm gonna give them a B-. Now defense, I'm gonna give the defense a C+, because actually I'm gonna give them a C because the defense came into this game being only allowing 8 points per game, and they also was one of the top-ranked defenses, getting pressure there. Also, they had the least amount of blitzes, but also getting the most amount of pressure in. Only 4 guys. They was one of the best in the secondary, one of the best at just doing everything, especially on early downs. They were able to get people and like get negative yards on early downs, which helped them out a lot. This game right here, we're seeing them go out there and struggle. So I cannot give them a grade higher than a C, because I feel like they let us down a little bit in that aspect. We know the offense is still struggling. That's one spot that's still his team that is always struggling. I think the offense the past few years, but the defense has always been the backbone of the team. And to see them go out there and get marched down and walked down in the first quarter, and in the rest of the game as well, and letting those big plays happen, and then the costly penalties. I know you can ask people blame the referee, but the referee didn't cause a fumble when George Pickens fumbled, didn't cause a fumble with Justin Fields, and he also didn't allow a guy in downs to get wide open, and allow these different players to get free. Anthony Richardson running a big-time RPO, and Joe Flacco getting untouched and not getting sacked or getting any pressure, and sitting back there doing the Cupid shuffle because he had enough time to do it, and then throwing the ball. So he like the referees didn't do none of that stuff. That was all on us like that. So you can blame the ref. Yeah, some of the calls are questionable, but I don't put the blame on the refs. Because I'm like, we had opportunity after opportunity to try to go out there and win it, and we just kept failing. So basically, overall, that's the stats right there. Now let me go on transition to the next part. Okay, let's dive into some adjustments. And the main adjustments in this game, there's only a few things, nothing too crazy. Offense, communicate. Communication is key. Now, I know we had some mishaps with the fumble. The fumbling, that stuff right there is just stuff you just say, okay, stop doing unnecessary stuff. Take what you can get, and then go ahead and like get down like that. You can try to fight for extra yards. When the more you're up and the more you're exposed, you'll know the defender can come out of nowhere behind you and hit the ball out and do different things. So just take what you can get and get down. So that's the first thing. Also with the play calling, stop being conservative. Justin Fields has the ability to make plays. Let's go out there and stop being conservative. Let's go out there and let him be more free and stuff like we did in the second half a little bit. You've seen exactly what he can do and what he can do when he actually has opportunity and chances to do the plays he likes. I feel like in the first half, we started the game off too slow, being conservative, trying to do different things, run, pass style, kind of like we did in Matt Canada, run, pass. And in the second half, we try to kick things up a notch. How about we started off kicking things up a notch and going out there and playing aggressive the entire game? Not trying to be conservative, not trying to play not to lose. Let's play to win. That's the one thing. But the main thing really is communication. If you communicate, you'll be good. I felt like a lot of miscues happen, some penalties that happen, and also miscues from receivers, and also just miscues from the O-line. Remember that last drive, Justin Fields was not ready. He was still calling the play, and then he turned his head, and the ball has popped out. Now he recovered it, but it lost us a big amount of yards. It was second and 22, third and 22, and then fourth and 22. It's very hard to kind of convert on those plays. So that's what happens. And then also you look at, of course, just look at our health standpoint as well. And I know you can't control health, but a lot of guys are injured. A lot of our offensive linemen, Trufantano was out for the season. The first round pick we had, who was doing a very good job before he went down. And also Siamalu, he should be back this week. We'll have to see. But James Daniel went down with the injury, so hopefully he's good. But I feel like communication, health is the second thing as well. And also we look at the defensive side of the ball. Just stay consistent. The first 3 weeks did good. I know you had this one game right here. I think this one game right here is a fluke. I don't think the defense is like shy or terrible, but you gotta stay consistent. You can't be like doing this right here in different times. And if you are having a bad game, you gotta capitalize on plays. Joe Flacco gave you an opportunity. I told you Joe Flacco was one of those quarterbacks. He's gonna give you a chance. Give you a chance many times to pick the ball off. Remember I said the same thing about Kirk Cousins. Said the same thing about different guys. Like, don't give you a chance, opportunity to pick the ball off. You just gotta take your shot. Joe Flacco gave you a chance in the end zone. Joe Porter Jr. dropped it. We see another one too as well. Dante Jackson had good leverage on him, didn't get the interception either. So we got to capitalize on plays. I know you still make the breakup, but it's good to capitalize on plays. That what separates the good from the great. Capitalizing on mistakes that other teams make. So I think the Steelers just got to do that. They stay with that. They stay doing that. They can get back on track. I don't know. They got to play, of course, the Cowboys. We're gonna be back at home. I actually was accidentally rhyming like that, but if we stay on track, we can get back to being the way we was and stay in attack. That's all I got right there, yeah. But not the shoes or anything. But I think if we just stay doing what we do, like we did in the first 3 games, it was just run the ball efficiently and don't be shy or scared to run the football as well, and communicate. Communicate. And this time it'll be home, so it'll be a little different maybe. It'll be quiet the crowd. You can quiet the crowd down a little bit, and you can get the regular snap count. So we have to see what the Steelers will do. But this is all I have for today's video. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys probably, most likely, trying to see, probably tomorrow for the AFC North race update, Week 4 update. Newsflash: Steelers still first. No matter we lost, but we still first. I know the loss was a little disappointing, but we did see the Browns lose. The Browns lost, I think, to the Raiders. I think they 1-3. The Bengals beat the Panthers by 10. They're 1-3 now. And the Ravens about to play tonight. I'm making this video before the game come on, so I don't know if the Ravens are going to win or not. But hopefully they lose as well, so we can have a big time lead on the division still. But that's all I have for today's video. That's really just the main adjustments we got to do. Communicate, stay healthy, and just start off strong. Start the game off strong. Stop playing not to lose, play to win. But yeah, this is all I have. I'm just rambling, just talking at the end. It's probably a premiere, so you're probably just seeing it. But yeah, I might be going live, maybe on the Arsenal D.B channel, probably on Wednesday, probably Wednesday, maybe like around 3 or 4 o'clock ish. So be on the lookout for that. I might be talking about just different things about the Steelers, about the NFL in general, and different things around pertaining to the NFL. Mostly Steelers, of course. We'll have a little session. I know a lot of questions will be coming around because we're playing the Cowboys this week, and people said Russell Wilson might be available this week. They said like Russell Wilson is set to return. So will the Steelers stay with Justin Fields? In my opinion, you stay with Justin Fields. He had almost 400 yards of offense this past game, and 3 touchdowns. The game before that, he went out there and showed you can win it too against a tough defense. So I think you stay with Justin Fields. He's 25 years old. He's going to be the guy in the long run anyway. Russell Wilson is here for a temporary rental like that. Temporary guy. He's going to be here. He can play this season, go to a different team next year. I think Fields is going to be our team in the long run, in a sense. So I feel like you should keep him around and just let him keep playing this season and see how things pan out a little bit. But that is my opinion. But let me know what you think. Who should be the starter? I'll be discussing that probably on Wednesday, talking about that, talking about the other topics, injuries as well, and all type of things. But that's all I have for today's video. I know I said that like 4 or 5 times, but this is the definite one. Peace out.